Everything has changed. And this is because I said, the life I have. I took what I had and I changed it for what I wanted. I took the life that I was dealt and built the life that I wanted to curate myself. I started to work on myself, my body, my physique, my finances, my relationships, my mind. Whatever it was that I wanted to improve, I did improve. Because I didn't subside to normal life anymore. I wanted to build something greater. There's a famous quote by Confucius that says, every man has two lives, and the second one begins when they realize they only have one. I had this realization. I became aware that if I don't live my life like it is my only one, then it'll just crumble and fall in front of me.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
So I decided to make a change. I decided to live a life that I was proud of and do things that I wanted to see myself do. And now I want to teach you how you can do the same. See, my change was physical. The first thing I wanted to improve was my physical appearance. I started to lose weight. I remember when I came out of sophomore year of college, I was probably around 220 pounds and I was a little chubby. I had been eating like junk. I hadn't been taking care of myself and I wanted to change that. So I went and I lost weight. I went down all the way to 187 over the summer, and that was incredible. It felt amazing. I felt like a whole new person. I realized that I can do anything. The next thing I wanted to pursue was my YouTube channel. I wanted to start something where I could teach people how to improve themselves. And June of, I think it was late May or early June of 2023, I realized that I could do it, and I decided to take a chance. I jumped in, I made my first YouTube video, and from there I've learned, I've grown, I've amassed over 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed to me. It means a whole lot to me that you sit here and you watch my videos and you try and learn something, and I try to teach you something. But for you, your change might be completely different. You might not care about how you look. You might be in great physical physique.
Yeah, boy!
And that's not something that matters. For you, it might be your relationships. It might be your financial health. It might be your mental health. Whatever it is, there's something that you might want to change. Changing is really pretty easy. If we think about it, all you have to do is do something else. If what you're doing right now isn't working, if you change it, it might work, it might not. But you keep changing it until it works, until you do something that you know will give you results. In my example, I knew that eating peanut butter and eating junk food every night wasn't going to make me slimmer, so I changed that. I started eating healthier. I started eating more protein and a more clean diet, and guess what? It gave me the results I wanted. If you find yourself going out every single night and drinking, well, look at what you're doing. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are going out with you all the time? Well, of course, they're going to push you to keep going out and push you to keep going to the bars with them. If you change that, you can change what you do. You can change the people that surround you, change your influences so that you wouldn't even be pushed to go down to the bar as much, and you would choose to do what you truly want to do yourself. Figuring out what you want to change is the easy part. You probably know a couple of things that you do that probably aren't ideal for where you want to be in life. So identifying them is probably pretty simple. Sometimes it may be hard. Maybe you have a negative person in your life that's drawing you back, and you can't really see that because you've got this, what is it called? Tunnel vision that blocks you from seeing what they're truly doing to you as a person and your journey. Making the change is also the easy part. Stopping doing something is pretty simple. You know, you can just stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
You cut it off. You realize what you want to do and you just cut. And then you're done. You just do it. The hard part is the consistency. Nobody wants to hear that, but that's the truth. Consistency is where champions are made. The person that pulls up to the gym every single day is gonna outwork the person that goes when they feel like it by an exponential amount. Just because you're putting the reps in, day out, week over week, month over month, year over year, you're putting yourself at such a higher advantage over somebody who's not, somebody that's sitting on the couch, somebody who's giving themselves rest days every other day. You're going to exponentially outgrow them to the point where you can't ever lose. They can't catch up to you because you're so far ahead. The great Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, said if he goes to the gym 3 times a day, he's getting 3 times as much work as the people that just go once a day. He's putting in so many extra reps to where people can't catch up. It's impossible to catch up because after a year, he's so far ahead of them that if he continues a path, nobody can catch up to him. And that's what led him to be so great. It's funny because in life, everybody wants a cheat code. Everybody wants the fast way. Everybody wants to know how things happen. How did millionaires make their money? How did athletes become so successful? And then they hear what actually happened. They hear the interviews, they hear the podcast, they hear the person writing their own autobiography, And they're like,
No, I don't believe it. You just got lucky.
it's mind-boggling to me that somebody tells them the steps, lays it out, and they won't believe it. They don't want that. Say they do believe it, they don't want it bad enough to where they'll do the same. Somebody who wants to go to the league for whatever sport it might be doesn't want to wake up at 5 in the morning and work out before school, so they fall behind because somebody else will, and then they get that upper edge on them. Then when they see somebody getting the results, seeing the success, the achievements that they desired, they feel left out. They feel like they were robbed. They feel like they were snubbed from greatness that they deserved, although they didn't put in any of the work that would lead them to deserve it. This person becomes very skeptical, becomes very pessimistic, a disbeliever, a hater at that point. That it doesn't make sense. Everybody else sees that there's a complete difference in the two people. One of them did the work, one of them didn't, and they're like, why are you upset when this person wanted it much more than you did? See, greatness isn't restricted. We live in a world where anybody can be great. We live in a world of abundance. Anybody can do anything, anybody can make a change, anybody can make something happen. Most people just refuse to put the effort and work into it. They don't want it bad enough, and they find with being the comfortable level that they are now, so they decide not to make a change. I always think back to Steve Jobs' quote where he says,
everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
and that is so true. Everybody that's reached greatness has the same capabilities as you do. They just put in the extra work. Someone like Elon Musk, who says that his workers can call him 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and he'll answer, has more dedication to his craft, his project, his work, than somebody who doesn't even put the effort in. And that's clear as day, but somebody won't see why they can't get those same results because they're not putting the same work in as him. This person has been working on projects for the last 20, 25 years, and he's learned how to grind. He's learned how to stay focused. He's learned how to stick to what he wants to do. See, the results will always lag behind the work. Sometimes they won't be visible for years, maybe even decades. But the thing is, the only thing that will guarantee you to not see those results is stopping. If you keep working towards them, the results will appear. You don't know how long it might take. You don't know how great the results might be. You might be expecting to start a business and get it to 100,000. But if you stop working, you won't reach it. But maybe if you keep working for 5, 10 years, you could get it to 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Who knows? Because who knows how great something can work out unless you work all the way through. So make a change, do something, figure out what you want to achieve and become that person. See yourself in those shoes. See yourself being the person that comes in every single day, puts the work in, becomes that person. Because if you don't, you'll see yourself become the person who crumbles and falls apart. Everybody loves a great story about a hero winning the day, saving the princess, defeating the dragon, whatever it might be. Nobody loves a story about a hero who falls through because they didn't feel like it. They didn't want to work hard enough. They didn't want the results. Everybody loves watching a movie, a TV show where the hero wins. The hero puts the work in. They start from nothing and they become great. But nobody wants to be that hero. Nobody wants to put the work in, get the results. They like to see other people do it instead. So take a leap of faith, be somebody, become great, find what you want to do and take a chance. Make something happen with your life before somebody else takes that opportunity from you. We all have one life. We all have one chance. Do not lose it. And don't stop launching towards your dreams.